will go home at the end of the day. I am too shy to speak to that many people. If I do the dishes, will you clean the bathroom? There is no way I am going to do it. I tried to get the pictures, but they are not ready. Eat all of your dinner if you want some dessert. I think we are going to have a good day. A lot of families have both a mother and father. That is the least amount of work you can do. A lot of trees died from the ice storm 1998. I would like a small fraction of the pie, please. I will do it whether you like it or not. I suddenly had the urge to go for a walk. Winter is one of the 4 seasons we have. Do you know him? No, he is a complete stranger. Can you type? Yes, but I haven't typed for years. I moved the furniture so as to make more room. We can't leave until we have eaten our lunch. The light is on. Could you turn it off, please? How tall was the tallest man who's ever lived? My brother goes to school. He is 8 years old. I'll start learning as soon as I get home. You mustn't smoke here. The notice says, no smoking. Yesterday she asked the policeman where she could park her car. She hasn't written to me since we met last year. It can't be helped if he doesn't come. She can't speak Spanish. And she can't speak Portuguese either. The chair that I was sitting in broke in two. You are expected to know the laws of your country. I can't say whether Bill or Henry is the taller man. Paper money has been used for over 1,000 years. The old church needed to be repaired in many places. When is your train leaving? In an hour's time. I'm sorry for Tom, he's lost his job. The men who were helping you were probably Peter's friends. I haven't worn black stockings since I left school. Will you allow your daughter to go to the party? I can't help sneezing, I caught a cold yesterday. How late did you study yesterday? I studied until midnight. I've given up smoking. I used to smoke heavily. I am a great traveler. I have visited over 30 countries. My friend takes a lot of sugar in her tea. He never fails to write to his mother every week. When he had got what he wanted, he went home. It's 2 years since I was last in Rome. We haven't had such a rainy October for years. It took him 3 weeks to recover from his operation. Your work is worse than it was a month ago. When wars are fought, there is a lot of violence. I told him not to worry about what had happened. Mary needs a plate. She can have one of mine. Swimming is not a sport that I am good at. Yesterday I went to the cinema to see a film. Can you tell me the time? It is 5 o'clock. I haven't seen him since the last week in March. I have bought some bread for supper. Here you are. We'd better move the dining table into the kitchen. Parents would be happy if all their children were talented. I really don't know if Chinese can be learnt. What is that thing? I don't know what it is. We saw 2 pairs of jeans in the shop window. While I was waiting for Peter to call, I fell asleep. If you take this medicine, it will do you good. By the time you get home, supper will be ready. She told her son not to play in the kitchen. The teacher was angry with the students who were talking. I asked him what he had been doing all afternoon. I've earned my own living since I left school. When I was a child I never felt the cold. He played the violin all night, which annoyed the neighbors. My eyesight is getting worse, I must get new glasses. Have you ever been to France? Yes. I went there last August. I don't think the window has been repaired yet. My wife doesn't work, doesn't go out to work. She looks after the children. Get him to repair the roof. Make him mend it. I would have stopped if I had seen the sign. Our teacher was right, Budapest has more than 2 million inhabitants. It is easy for the rich, they can buy everything. Paul had to go to the dentist when he was in London. When are you leaving for Spain? In 2 days' time. Can you make room for this suitcase in the car? Mary has no brothers or sisters, she is an only child. I have bought some milk for breakfast. Here you are. He asked me if I would go out with him. We sit at a desk when we write a letter. This could be done much more quickly by a machine. The girl whose book I borrowed was in my class. It's a large house at the corner of the street. Well, she isn't a young woman and she isn't thin. Is there a fish on the table? No, there isn't. There are 2 cups and 2 saucers on the table. Are you in the bathroom? No, I'm not. I'm here. Do you want these? No, not those. They're too small. The steak is very good, but it is also expensive. Who are the people in the dark corner over there? He has a mustache and he has a gold watch. Bruce and Mary have some white wine on the table. Arthur hasn't got wine because he hasn't got any money. Well, it is not a very good evening for Bob. He has 1 or 2 £5 notes in his pocket. Now Arthur is at the front door of his house. There's always a ladder at the back of the house. This is Wood Avenue. Pine Tree Avenue is the next street. She isn't sitting at home and she isn't watching television. Arthur's driving the car and Mary's sitting next to Arthur. Bruce isn't lying on the beach with Mary, Arthur is. The water's warm, the sun's shining and I'm very happy. That boy with red hair's hitting the ball very hard. You're all right now, darling, thanks to this young man. Now Arthur is taking some new books from a box. Now he is sitting at the top of the ladder. Arthur's bedroom is between Mrs. Harrison's bedroom and the bathroom. Arthur is late and Mrs. Harrison must wake him up. She is calling to him, but he isn't answering her. He has an alarm clock, but he cannot hear it. You can't be late. Yes, you're right. I can't. Who can I see in the car across the road? It's Thursday morning in Middleford and Arthur's in the kitchen. Arthur is now taking his wallet out of his pocket. It's £2.20 return and £1.10 single. Arthur is at the booking office at Middleford Town Station. I'm looking for the London train. Which platform is it? This one isn't too bad and this compartment's almost empty. That's my friend's chair, but there's lots of room here. By the way, this is the Reading train, isn't it? My friend and I are going to the capital city. Look, we're stopping and there's a buffet on the platform. Mr. Lester works for a large engineering firm in London. Now Sheila is coming in and Mary is with her. What do you do? I work in a library. I don't want to hear the words best friend again. So your aunt and uncle live in London, do they? Where's the boss? Is he in? No, he's out. Now can you shine the torch on my watch, please? Well, give it to me, then. Don't just stand there. It's 20 to 12 and you haven't had a shave. Are we going to stand here all day without one? All that work in the house has made me thirsty. Mary has been at the library since 5 to 9. I've been here since 9, well, perhaps 5 past. I've still got 2 or 3 of them to do. You've had them for a week or nearly a week. He's going to stay in hospital for another 10 days. Would you like to come out with me on Saturday? Let's meet outside the town hall at 2 o'clock, then. Look, Mary, we're going to catch the 10.15 bus now. He doesn't put his suit on when he isn't working. He opened his drawer and took out his light-colored trousers. They waited for another 2 minutes and then Mary appeared. Yes, I did, but I think I've forgotten them now. I may have enough money for the deposit next month. It is a little too much for me, I'm afraid. It was your car and you looked after it personally. It's Thursday afternoon and Arthur is working in the library. It's just round the corner here. The Sunday trip was more expensive than he first thought. Are you going to put any money on this race? If so, I'll go and put it on for you. I'm going to put my last £2 on her. What are you going to put your money on, Jennifer? So Arthur went back to Middleford a little bit richer. She had to put some new books on the shelves. We won't have to worry about old steel anymore. In the evening I have very good ideas, thoughts. How many times do you go to shops a week? I like this painting, but I think it's too expensive. You won't visit me this year, will you, right? I have to clean my window because it isn't clean. We keep our dog in our garden. Our washing machine is between the cooker and the dishwasher. Your hand luggage is very heavy, leave something at home. Nobody can get into the nightclub under 18 years old. There is a bomb under your chair, don't move. If you can use it, explain it to me, please. I like summer, especially sunshine, and that it isn't cold. I'm not interested in politics, but sometimes I understand it. I am rich, but I don't want to buy anything.